What's going on, guys? This is Ryan from The Real Strike, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing my very first mystery tackle box. For those of you that don't know what mystery tackle box is, it's a monthly subscription service where they will send you randomized fishing lures, soft plastics, hooks, stuff like that, and every month you'll get a package of those things. They pick them out for you, but you're able to select a plan of specifically what types of fish you're targeting. So for example, this box is the Saltwater Inshore Select box, which is supposed to provide stuff that is more optimized for saltwater fishing. Now keep in mind, I'm not sponsored by Mystery Tackle Box, but they did have a coupon code that allowed me to get my first box for only $5. So I figured might as well just try it, see if I like it, and if I do like it, then I'll continue the subscription for $17 a month. So without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. So just after opening the box, pretty interesting packaging. There's like a nice ruler here so that you can measure your fish, although the practical application of that is probably non-existent. You're not going to take this box when you go fishing. First thing that's in the box is basically this promotional card telling you to follow their social media and stuff, yada yada yada. And then there's also a list of what's inside the box and the prices of each lure or soft plastic or whatever that's inside the box. And then here's a pamphlet from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Carl Von Dibble. The first thing I took out of the box was the EZ ShrimpZ. So these are two EZ ShrimpZ, basically soft plastic shrimp lures. Hooks included, and they're actually mustad hooks, which I think is pretty impressive. I also think there's some potential with this lure. If you look closely, you'll see that there are like some cuts on the tail, which is going to help it to move a little bit better in the water. Although the biggest concern that I have is really the color of these shrimps. They're not really a natural color, so I'm just wondering, if any fish are going to be interested in this. So just for some comparison, this is the EZ ShrimpZ that Mystery Tackle Box sent me. This is a shrimp that I've used in the past and caught fish on, and you'll see it has kind of like a pink back, a yellow underbelly. I just think it's a little bit more natural. It's also shiny, so when it's a sunny day, kind of sparkles, attracts the attention of fish. But you also see that this top one does not have the little cuts in its tail, so it doesn't move as well as I think the EZ ShrimpZ will. So that's what's kind of giving me confidence. I'm really relying on the motion of this lure in the water in order to produce results. And then this is something like the DOA shrimp, completely different color. The DOA shrimp has done really well in the past, which again is why I have at least some faith in this lure. The next thing out of the box is the Creek Chub Striper Strike, which seems to be some sort of topwater popper or plug. So a couple things right off the bat. I like the color. I do like the gold or yellow back and the white underbelly. It's very comparable to this other topwater plug that I have in terms of size. The only thing is the Creek Chub has a feather on it, which I think is pretty interesting. Now, one thing that I don't like, my old topwater plug rattles. It has these beads inside of it. However, the Mystery Tackle Box Creek Chub topwater plug, there's nothing. There's no noise coming out of this except from the hooks. Now, topwater plugs are supposed to induce a reactionary strike. And at that point, your presentation, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. For example, if you're fishing for barracuda, it doesn't really matter what the presentation is. You can use these things called barracuda tube lures, which are pieces of wire that are covered in rubber tubes. You cast it out, you reel it in as fast as you can, and you try to induce a reactionary strike. Similarly, this topwater plug, you're going to cast it out, and this plug is going to go into the water. It's going to cause a splash. Basically meant to simulate struggling bait fish that are kind of flying out of the water. I would think that beads inside of a plug like this will cause more noise, more interest, and more reactions. But this plug does not have that. I do, however, like how much of a fish it resembles compared to this topwater plug. It just, simulates that look a lot better. So I don't know, we'll give it a shot. Now the next thing in the box is the best Power Set Saltwater Hook. And I'm not gonna lie, this seems a little bit strange. So these hooks, they're not like a typical saltwater hook. It's really unlike anything I've really seen. They're not circle hooks, but they're not J hooks. They're kind of like in between, and honestly, I don't know what the application for this will be. So like these are some hooks that I use for saltwater fishing. Like this is a live bait hook. Has a little bit of a curve, has a very distinct shape. Then you have a circle hook over here. So this kind of curves into itself and helps for hook sets that are on the side of the mouth. And then you got your J hook over here, which I basically use if snapper keep on swallowing my circle hooks or for pinfish. But these, like, I don't know. I don't really know what shape it's trying to form. Like, you'll see the shank just kind of bends out, then back in, but it doesn't curve to be a circle hook. It's a very distinct shape, but I guess we'll try it out. I'll probably put this on a piece of like a big chunk of ballyhoo, some sort of cut bait, and just leave it at the bottom, see what picks it up, and we'll see how this hook performs. So now the last two things found in the box, and probably the most impressive things in the box, are 2 packs of soft plastic baits. So this is a 4-pack of soft plastic swim baits with a paddle tail, and this is a 6-pack of flukes. So these are cool, and I do plan to use both of these baits, but I'm not really happy with the price that they have listed for them. So take another look at this pamphlet. You'll see that the retail price of these flukes is $7. $7 for a pack of 6 soft plastic flukes. I'm not really feeling that price at all. Now the reason why apparently these are so expensive is because these flukes are scented, and I don't know, it has some sort of patent that gives it legitimacy, but it's a pack of 6 flukes. Scented or not, they should not cost $7. That's over $1 per fluke. I'm probably going to cast this once in saltwater and have a little barracuda strike it, rip it up, and boom, that's over $1 down the drain. Just for a little bit of comparison, right before the whole coronavirus stuff, I went to the Bass Pro Spring Classic sale on the very first day it opened, and they were selling these Zoom Super Flukes, a pack of 10, for $2 a pack. Now these aren't scented, but if you have some old scent laying around, you can buy some kind of like as a big container and use it over a period of maybe like a year or so. And even if these are not scented, you're going to catch fish because these baits are intended to be reactionary. Flukes, what happen is you jig them up and they go up really fast and they go down really fast, especially when you're using weighted hooks. Scented or not, these are going to initiate strikes specifically in saltwater from snook. $2 for a pack of 10, $7 for a pack of 6. Now it's cool and all that they included this in the mystery tackle box, but I think that this is just overpriced, and it really eliminates other things from being added into the box. Then you have these Lunker City Swimfish shads with a paddle tail. I think that these are actually going to be good. Honestly, I do think that both of these soft plastic baits are going to produce. It's just a matter of price. So again, this pack is retailing for $4.49. You have 4 paddle tails, which means that each paddle tail is over $1. And sure, the color is nice, and you know, paddle tail swim baits seem to do really well in saltwater. It's going to probably produce, but man, that is expensive. Now just a quick recap of everything that was in the box. We had this Topwater popper or plug. Really like the color on this and the design, but it doesn't have any beads inside. It doesn't produce any noise, so I was pretty disappointed in that. Then you had these very weird looking saltwater hooks. It almost looked like a J hook that was bent out of shape. It's not a circle hook, not a J hook, so I don't really know what its purpose is. I do plan to try it out though, maybe with a large piece of cut bait, whether it be ballyhoo or pilchards or something like that. I had the EZ Shrimp, which I'm pretty excited to use. The only concern is the color. It's a very, very awkward color. It's a very unnatural looking color, but it does have these grooves on the tail for better action. It's a decent size. It's a little bit on the bigger size for artificial shrimp, but it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm sure that I'll catch a couple mangrove snapper on this. And then finally, 2 packs of soft plastic baits, 6-pack of scented flukes, and a 4-pack of paddle tail swim baits. So now, after I've shown you everything that was included in the mystery tackle box, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the box itself, my thoughts about it, whether or not you should get one for your own, and stuff like that. So the concept of a subscription-based fishing box is really, really interesting. And to my knowledge, Mystery Tackle Box is the most popular fishing subscription box out there. There's another one called Lucky Tackle Box that I've heard of, but when I looked into that one, they didn't really give a good discount on a first box. The Mystery Tackle Box was the only one that I knew of that was basically offering your first box for $5. I think it cost $5.35 after shipping. Now, a big flaw with the Mystery Tackle Box is that it advertises itself like you can get fishing gear for much cheaper than going to the store and picking it out yourself. But as I proved a little bit earlier in this video, that's not entirely true. In fact, for this specific scenario, it was almost the exact opposite. Again, these are the scented flukes that were provided in the Mystery Tackle Box, a pack of 6 for $7. And this is a pack of 10 Zoom Super Flukes, unscented, but that doesn't really make it a big deal for me. Pack of 10, I got it at the Bass Pro Spring Classic sale for $2. You do the math, and I can get 30 of these Super Flukes for the price of one of these scented flukes. And although the Mystery Tackle Box kind of saves you the hassle of researching the stuff that you maybe want to get and having to deal with the different prices, it just kind of collects everything that it thinks you might want and just delivers it to you. You kind of forget about the box after a while. It's kind of just like a surprise when you get home from school or work. But I think that's where it gets you. The idea of having this mystery package waiting for you at a random time during the month, I think that's what kind of draws a lot of people into buying the Mystery Tackle Box. Now, I'm not going to say that it's a bad product in general. I think that there's a lot of good things about the box. I think that the intentions are there. So again, if you look at this pamphlet, they show all the retail prices for the products that they supplied in the box, and this is almost $30. If you add up all of these prices, it's close to $30. So what they try to do is, okay, well, you're going to get all of these things for $17. You save $13, it seems like a good deal. But if you really look at the stuff that they give you, and if you have experience buying lures and other fishing gear from other places, you'll kind of get more of a comparison as far as what things should cost and how they're presented to you in subscription boxes like this. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, we're kind of in these weird times. Can't even leave the house to go fishing, so I've been trying to sit down and make more of these types of videos for you guys. Trying to keep everyone entertained while we're stuck in our house, unable to go fishing ourselves. Now, if you want to try Mystery Tackle Box yourself, you can. There's a discount code, TRYMTB5, and you'll basically get your first box for $5. And then afterwards, you can inspect the box, see what kind of stuff is included, and determine whether or not it's worth $17 after your first box. Also keep in mind, this box that I had gotten was the Saltwater Inshore box. If you were to get something for like bass fishing, you're going to get completely different stuff. And that's another thing to mention. Maybe it's just that the saltwater box isn't very optimized. Maybe the bass fishing boxes are a lot better. But at least you have some perspective with someone who actually bought the box and has inspected the lures and the equipment that was provided and kind of compared it to other things that I've bought in the past. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.